how good was Flake?
How good was Flake? We were great.
Yeah?
It was a pretty cool band. I mean, we had moments on our records, you know, that were cool. I think we were caught up in the pavement hysteria sort of thing that was going on in the 90s. I mean, we sort of emulated the Arches of Loaf pavement sound, and we were pretty typical of the indie bands at the time. Real power pop stuff. Still had one foot in the punk rock aesthetic, you know? Mm-hmm. And, but we did a pretty good job of it for Albuquerque kids.
It was the band previously to
the
Shins.
Yeah.
Well, how come you broke up Flake and started the Shins? Because it was all of you who. Well, it was just merely a name change you had.
Well, actually, you know, it's kind of a long story, but Flake existed at the same time as the Shins because, you know, while Flake was going on, Jesse and I would be a duo, just a two-piece, and we would go and play shows as the Shins, and we'd do different songs. We do more old-style pop songs, you know, and a little bit more garagey when we first started. So it had sort of a retro thing to it that Flake wasn't into, you know. Mm-hmm. And then Dave Hernandez, who at the time was in a band called Scared of Chaka. It was a prominent punk rock band who came and toured here in the Netherlands and stuff like that. I mean, they were a good band. And he started playing bass with us. So then we were three. And Flake, Dave was never in Flake.
Oh, okay.
So Shins is kind of a different band. You know, it's kind of different, but very similar lineup. So anyway, eventually I just wanted to concentrate on the Shins, and I think partly it was because...
Why? How come?
I think it was because I was unhappy with this whole thing of like the pavement style and the indie rock power pop thing, the distortion pedal, this whole aesthetic that I just wanted to break away from. I was really into early rock and roll and R&B, and I wanted to do my best to try and start to put something like that together, you know. And I had these songs that I was writing that didn't work in Flake, you know. The guys just, especially Neil at the time, who was the other principal songwriter for Flake, he just didn't like that stuff, you know. He didn't like oldies. He didn't like kinks and stuff like that. He just thought it was, you know, boring. And so it was hard for me to get any of that to go work, you know. So that's why the Shins started.
Is there one song that that he didn't like that actually made it up, let's say, on the first album, Oh Inverted World, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Many of those songs. In fact, a song that's on the new record, I actually had tried it as a Flake song.
What is it?
A version of Phantom Limb.
Okay, the new single.
Yeah, that actually, I had actually played that for the guys when we were in Flake, and it just didn't go over well.
What did they say then?
You know, it wasn't that they said anything.
You're way too early. This is a song from 2006.
We have to wait for 2006. It just didn't happen, you know. And that was the thing about Flake. It was much more of a real collaborative band. And if I were to come out with, if I started playing something, and the guys just didn't grab onto it, and we didn't enjoy doing it, and you know, it just wasn't punk enough. It wasn't loud enough. It wasn't power enough.
I know, yeah.
And so Phantom Limb, you know, sat there for years, and I just had the one main lick, the one main part, and it took me a long time to figure out exactly how to make that work, and it's changed a lot. But yeah, I just thought of that. That's interesting.